Everyone, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. It is time for an overnight adventure in the Badlands of New Mexico. We've come early, so it's not hot yet. Yet. We apologize for the wind noise. This is going to be a windy trip. There's just no way around it. The winds are blowing about 30 miles an hour right now. Woo. Ah, that is so much better, Susie.
Think it's better down there?
It's a little bit sheltered. I'm not sure if you all heard me, but the winds are blowing about 30 miles an hour here. Check this out. This is just the beginning of where we are going. We want to welcome you all to the New Mexico Badlands. Where we are specifically, I'm not going to say. There is some information about this on the internet, but we are not going to add to it. This is one of those things where it's not spoiled. We have to protect it.
I will say that we are on BLM land in New Mexico, and for us being from the East Coast, BLM land is amazing. You have the potential and the ability to go out, find solitude, find really cool places.
This is petrified wood, everyone. You know, everyone, I really don't have the right words to describe this. It is like being on a different planet, like an episode of Star Trek, beaming down to this foreign world. We are so lucky that it's early spring. I mean, it's hot already, and it's only about 70 degrees.
Can't imagine doing this when it's 100 degrees. So we came out to get a head start on the backpacking season.
Wow. Folks, this is simply incredible. The place that we're at here, there is no trail. There's no signs to get you here. In fact, listening to Google Maps will get you killed. Maybe not really, but it will definitely get you lost. Google Maps cannot be trusted. Whew. Right now it's around 70 degrees, but with the sunlight reflecting off of this sand stuff, it's hot. It is plumb hot. Now over here in the corner, it looks like there's some caves. We are going to try to get over there and see if we can't get in them. We need to check them out. This is just unbelievable. And it's a little bit of a maze. Like, which way do you go to get down safely? I think you're on the right path, Susie. Over here is where Susie and I are headed. Susie, what looked like a cave is nothing more than volcanic rock. It's a layer. How about that? You're looking at a previous eruption. That's insane.
Amazing.
Right, here you go, everyone. This is an old bone. That very well could be an old dinosaur bone. There are fossils all over this place. In fact, from what I understand, this used to be an ancient swamp that had alligators, and not a triceratops, but a 10-pointed, I guess you would call that
A penta.
penta, and it was only found in New Mexico, right here.
Some call these Badlands fossil lands because of so many dinosaur fossils that have been found. Either way, it is such a unique place.
Because there's still expeditions going on here, they're still digging up dinosaur bones. They request that you do not disturb the landscape in any sort of way. We're hoping to find a little bit of cover from the wind, maybe right over here, maybe right up against this. I'm not sure if that's, oh my gosh, it is. I mean, it's not perfect, but nothing's perfect. It's like 5 miles an hour instead of 35. It is lunchtime, everyone. Wow. This is incredible. I mean, whoa. Look at this stuff.
As we are exploring, we are finding some really cool rocks, petrified wood, and things like that. And it's always tempting to just take a piece back home with you. Everything you find in nature, you should just leave it. It's respectful, it's the right thing to do, and many people believe that if you do take something, you could get cursed.
This isn't your land. These aren't your artifacts. These belong to everybody, so
let them stay.
Let them stay. I had a quick little taste bite of this. It tastes like pizza to me for some reason.
I love pizza.
You tell me.
It smells like pizza. Let's see. It's like pizza sauce.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's pizza-like.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
Pizza pulled pork.
It is amazing, just like this place. Well, we'll finish this up. Keep on hiking. Lunch was awesome. Now we are back hiking around here. We saw, I believe it's called a hoodoo, sticking up. So we are hiking over here to check it out. It looks to be pretty impressive. There is a ton of petrified wood.
Wow, big chunks.
It's an entire tree. So check this out, everyone. This really is more of a petrified forest right here. There's tons and tons of wood. In fact, this here is all one big tree. Wow. Something just caught our eye, everyone. We're making our way over to it right now. It looks like some sort of wall, or maybe part of an old structure. So we've stumbled upon something else here. I have no idea what this once was, though. Kitty, I have no idea how anyone can hike this any later into the season.
I don't either. It's hot.
It is really, really hot. The air temperature is around 70 something degrees, but down towards the sand, it's got to be close to 100.
Yeah, it's so hot. You can feel it radiating up.
Luckily, got my sun hat, sunblock. We are good to go. Susie and I have been hiking through the desert here for a while now, but I think we're getting pretty close to the cool stuff again. Should be over this hill. I think I have found a cattle trail. What do you think?
I think so.
We've made our way back to the weird rock formations, the hoodoos, and whatever else you call it, I have no idea. But there are tons of them.
Wow.
There is so much hiking that we could do here. And that's pretty much what we are going to do. We're going to hike for a few more hours, and then we'll head off into the desert somewhere, and that's where we will pitch our tent. This area does have a significant meaning to the Indians, so it doesn't seem right to stay here. Susie and I want to be respectful. Come through, admire, then head off. You can get lost in this. I say let's go around it instead of through it. What do you think?
Yeah.
You might make your way down into a hole that you can't get out of. Wow, this place is so expansive. We've come across even more strange rock stuff. It is so wild. Check out this rock, everyone. Look at all this crazy rock stuff. Wow. That is insane. All of these formations, they're just incredible. I hit a dead end. It's awesome. It's really, really cool.
I found some shade.
Yeah, you did. I found some shade too. Check me out. Woo!
Shade.
Got some shade. There's not much of this.
It's getting to be late afternoon, so for now we're gonna start heading out away from these rock formations. There are tons here. I'm not sure it's possible to explore every single one of them, and we don't want to camp right in this area with them. They are kind of sacred and they have a special meaning. So we are going to start heading out, see what we can find as far as a camping spot.
All right, everyone, update time. We are headed for this rise over here. Hopefully behind that is a dip, and that is where we are going to camp. Cross your fingers. It is super, super windy. We're super exposed. We have found absolutely nothing that is sheltered. So what goes up must go down, so let's see. Okay, so it looks like there is a pretty good dip over here. Down here in this depression, right there, that's where I'm thinking. It is the lowest point around here for miles.
This is home.
How windy is it?
It's not as bad.
Okay, that's
Slightly
good.
windy.
This over here is Navajo farmland. This is BLM.
What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's at least 10 miles an hour less.
Yeah.
That makes a substantial difference. So yeah, now this is somewhat of a hole here. It's a depression. If there was even a chance of rain, I would not select this spot, but it's dry, there's not a chance of rain, and everything else is just simply too exposed. So it's this or nothing else.
Nothing. I think we'll make it work.
I think so too. Let's do it. Whew. I'll tell you what, folks. It is windy and it is hot. Is it windy?
No. The tent is all set up for the night and all of our stuff is out. I'm going to change into my larger sun hat. This hat makes it a little bit difficult when you are hiking because the way the back is, it hits the back of my backpack. So I opted not to use it. But after being in the sun all day, I think I'm gonna switch to this, and it is coffee time now.
Coffee time.
I'm tired. Need coffee.
Need coffee.
Yes.
That's about as good as we can do, everyone. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, but it's been a really good day. It's been a lot of fun. All right. We are crammed inside of this tent, and I do mean crammed. We had to go pretty ultralight for this trip because first off, the distance was high. I believe we've done about 12 miles today. We are out in the middle of nowhere.
It's hot. The sand is hard to trek through. We're exhausted, so we're just gonna chill in here, hide from the sun.
Yeah. The sun is brutal, and it's going to be up for another 2 hours or so. I mean, it's a funny combination. Like, it's hot in the sun, super windy. I mean, so it's like almost just drying you out completely by just standing there.
Definitely.
Yeah, so like it feels good, but it's doing you harm. You can't win.
Overall, it's been a crazy day.
Yeah.
Full of adventure. I'm having a blast. Times when I've been a little miserable, but hey, It's all part of it. So, you know, you're trying to do something and the wind gets your hat and jerks it off. And so, yeah, it's been a blast. It truly has been a blast.
Yeah. And this is only the first part. This is a big loop that Susan and I came up with that hits 2 big areas. So you saw the first area with all those hoodoos and whatever you call them. That was so cool, by the way. Anyways, we continued hiking. We are going to reach the second big part tomorrow.
I can't wait. Obviously, we're a little bit crazy to attempt to backpack in the Badlands of New Mexico, but we're gonna see it through.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I mean, maybe there's a chance that the wind won't be any worse than it is right now. Hopefully we'll have a comfortable night.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see.
When you're inside of the tent, the wind's not bad. Like, this is a really well-designed shelter. The wind just kind of goes right off the back over the front. It's not bad at all. It's not obnoxious. You don't hear flapping or anything.
Yeah, so we might be okay.
Yeah. Making the coffee was an exercise of patience. It's so windy. Like, we had to do it right here in the sand, right in front of the door. And there is a line of where it's not windy and where it's windy. And unfortunately, where it's not windy is really close to the tent.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're covered in sand. All of our gear is covered in sand. It's been an adventure, but cheers to being crazy.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
Yeah. This has been so awesome.
It has.
I've wanted to come out to the desert for so long. This is one of those trips where, like, one day can make a huge difference. One day can make the difference between it being possible and not possible. Like, the temperature, it got higher than what they forecasted. They said 70. It's got to be at least 80.
I agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, tomorrow it's supposed to be even colder, but it's supposed to be even windier. I mean, the day before we showed up, it was in the 90s.
This is one of those places that you have to see. You have to experience. Just so unique.
It is.
You know? So.
Yeah. New Mexico, thank you very much for having us. We do appreciate it. BLM land is amazing. I wish we had something like this in the East.
Yeah, we don't have the exact same thing. That's okay, though.
Yeah.
You know, I think for us, we like to sample it all, and so we've done like coastal trips and very mountainous trips, and where we live is beautiful and there's just tons of forest and things like that, and now we're tackling the desert. So
yeah, what's next,
yeah,
Susie?
what would be next?
Ocean. Let's rent a boat and sleep out in the middle of the ocean.
That might be next.
That sounds stupid when I say it out loud, but in my man brain I'm like, hell yeah.
Ocean camping.
Hell yeah, right in a hurricane.
Maybe not. I sort of like my feet to be on land.
She does
so.
not like water. Should I tell them the story?
You can tell them at dinner. I want to rest now. So, cheers.
All right.
Thanks for bringing me. Love you.
Love you, babe.
I'm resting.
I love you well.
We'll be back.
She loves you too. She won't say it, but she does. I'm goofy. You're tired.
I'm tired.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
The sun is going down, folks, and it is time for dinner. It's still windy, don't get me wrong, but at least in this hole, it's dying down some. Thank God.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Thank God.
I actually thought that the winds were maybe quiet for the night, but it just picked back up just a little bit. But
It's not bad.
it's not bad at all.
It was really rocking there for a little bit. I'd say maybe 45 miles an hour. I mean, it was roaring.
Yeah. There's no shelter, so even if you're out trying to walk around, full on wind, full on sun. I rested for a while.
I did too. Listen to music.
Yeah.
There is no cell phone service in this one particular spot, but if you move like 5 feet over there, you get just enough to do whatever you want to. It's really funny.
It's weird. It's funny. But it's fine to be unplugged. Anyway, enough about that. Tonight's dinner is spaghetti.
Yes.
Some Mountain House.
Stuff is good. Kitty gets first bite. It smells good.
Ooh, it does smell good.
It smells really good.
All right, well, I'm gonna eat.
Okay. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All of our food today has been really good.
That's true. That pulled pork and rice thing from Real Torment, that was awesome. When you're out in the desert, you have all of these things working against you. Wind, especially in the spring. In the spring, it's very windy in the desert. Sun. It's so dry, so every bit of moisture is just being pulled from you. Sand. Sand is a constant battle. I mean, sand inside of your tent, that's a problem. It goes inside of your sleeping bag, that's a problem. You're laying on sand, sand in your shoes, sand on your phone, sand on your camera.
Yeah, sand is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
There's also a lack of perspective maybe in the desert because I would see a really cool rock and I would say, hey, we need to go check this out, run off to it. And then I just didn't realize the amount of hiking that we ended up having to do because we would run so far off because you see something and you don't realize that it's maybe farther than it looks.
Since there's no trees, you have no idea how to judge distance because you have nothing to compare it to. Usually you'd be like, okay, I can compare it to that tree and get an idea of how far you're about to hike.
Yeah.
Here you can't do that. This has been so awesome because we've been off trail the entire time. And that is really the case come tomorrow. We will be just heading through a field, making our way to this place. And ultimately we will connect with a road, hike it for maybe a mile, make it back to the truck. Awesome adventure.
So amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to Susie not liking water, right?
I feel like you've shared this story before.
I have, but I'll share it again because it's so good. Actually, it's terrible. But we went to Hawaii. It was like our honeymoon, but like 15 years later, something like that. And we decided to take like this cruise. So we get on the boat and it's us. We're a couple. It's other couples. Every woman is seasick. All the guys are fine. So like they don't want to drink. They're all just kind of like huddled together, not feeling great. And us guys were just drinking and having a fun time. We were talking about heading to the bar after we got back to land.
Oh my gosh. Did you eat the dinner? Because I think I remember you saying, well, I'm not going to eat if
yeah,
you
maybe
can't
I didn't.
eat. But then I was like, oh my gosh, we paid for this. You should eat.
I don't think I
But
did.
I don't remember many people eating at all.
I remember just drinking.
Yeah.
Kitty, let's eat. It's getting dark.
Okay.
Bye for now, everybody. Found a light, found a battery, had dinner, just been chilling inside of the tent, and it is time to call it a night. I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
Yeah. Pretty much time to get ready. Just got to brush up and all that good stuff. Today has been epic, and now it's time to turn in, get some sleep, so we can pick up first thing in the morning. We need to get started earlier so that we can beat the heat.
If we start first thing in the morning, early, we can get the rest of the hiking done with. Tomorrow is not going to be a long hiking day like today was.
Yeah, maybe like 5-6 miles, something like that.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to show you all. The hike itself is pretty cool because, I mean, just like middle of freaking nowhere. I mean, all of this is just in the middle of nowhere.
It really is. And the landscapes, I mean, you guys saw us. We're walking through sand, desert, and then you come across these rock formations, and then you leave that, and there's like red rock, there's black rock. It's pretty interesting.
It is. When we say it's remote, it's pretty remote.
It is remote.
Yeah, I think it's about 20 miles from a paved road. I mean, that's a pretty good distance. And nothing is labeled out here. So you better know where you're going. And make sure to pay attention to the weather, because if any moisture falls, you're not traveling on these roads. You know, I'm wrong. There is one sign when you turn onto like one of these roads. It says, do not drive if there's any Any is capitalized. Water on these roads.
That's right, there is that one sign.
That's funny. Anyways, we're done.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night. I've got to get outside of the tent one last time in the wind. I'm not looking forward to it, but good night, and I will see you guys in the morning.
Good night, folks.
Good morning, Susie.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Last night was a wild ride. It got calm, and then it rock and rolled. Super windy. Then it stopped. And it seems to be just perfectly still right now.
It does. Super calm.
I hope it is. I really do.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be able to hike without it just roaring today.
A little chilly this morning. Not bad, though.
No. But we're about to get up. It's about time to get started.
We've got some hiking to do.
Mm-hmm. Get this done before it gets hot. A few minutes ago, the coyotes were howling. Did you hear them?
I don't think I did. Must have still been snoozing.
Yeah, it's really far off, but yeah, they were howling. New Mexico coyotes.
Are they different than North Carolina ones?
I don't know. All right, everybody, let's get up.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers, Susie.
Cheers.
It is big hat time and coffee time.
Big hats today. We don't want any more sun. I think we've done really well.
I do too.
Not getting sunburned or anything. But I'm going to make my big sun hat work today since we have more hiking to do, and it definitely offers more coverage for me.
Yes, it does.
You really have to have these big sun hats when you're out here, so.
Last night, I slept great, even though with the winds coming and going.
I slept great too. It was almost like the wind would rock me to sleep and then it would calm down. I slept great. It's really, really quiet out here. The only thing I know that I heard is maybe the gas things working.
I guess that's what it is. There's a
hear-
lot of natural gas pumps or something, because you can hear like this wop, 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 wop. It's constant.
Yeah,
Has to be one of those gas things.
has to be that. But other than that, I didn't hear anything else. It was a peaceful night. I slept great.
Yeah, it was
Work.
really nice.
We are up early. We have breakfast, coffee. The sun is up.
Life is good. There's a slight breeze. Feels amazing. And you guys can actually hear us for once. The editing on this video is going to be killer. To try to get like usable audio. That's how it goes.
Maybe the hiking today won't be windy and we will finish our trip in like calm weather.
That's right. Now our hiking today is taking us over here, and that is going to take us to our next location. And in truth, like, our hike has been kind of like this. We're working our way back around, sort of. So yeah, we'll be back at the truck in no time. It's gonna be awesome. It's a great way to finish the day, especially in this amazing place. It is absolutely amazing.
It is.
All right, well, let's save battery. We'll drink, eat,
All right,
and we'll get going, everyone.
we'll get to hiking.
What are we eating this morning?
We are having chocolate muesli from Real Termap. I say anytime you can wake up and have chocolate,
Life is good.
it's good.
Yeah, that's like a chocolate oatmeal cereal thing, and it's great. Unfortunately, everyone, the wind is back. It just picked up. It feels good though. The warm sun, the cool breeze, it's not bad. As you all can see, there are no trails. This is pick your own adventure. You can go any way you want to, and that's what we are doing. Susie.
I know. You guys have no idea what we're looking at, but we just crested the top of this little hill and the landscape has vastly changed. It's unreal. Come on, let's look. This is crazy.
Wow.
So crazy.
I have no idea what to call this. It is so smooth and rounded. I wonder what it feels like to walk on it. Wow. Folks, what is this? How bizarre.
It's so weird.
How would you describe walking on that?
It's like baked mud, like crunchy but soft.
Yeah. Looks like we need to go over here to go around this. What do you think?
Yeah. Definitely ain't going that way.
Wow. What forms this? right, folks, we are now hiking back through the sand, making our way back to the truck. We have a couple miles to go. We'll have to hike on this for a while, then we will come out on a road and have to hike that. And that's it. The adventure is done. Susie and I are walking this long road to nowhere. Up this road a few miles, we will find our truck, Drifter. Thank you all so much for joining us for this adventure. This has been epic in so many ways. I've never seen anything like this, Susie.
We have successfully backpacked in the Badlands of New Mexico. It's been incredible.
Woo!
Can't believe it, but we did it.
That's it. Folks, you have to get out. No excuses. Strength and honor. Be safe, everybody. Take care.
Bye.